Lions needing 81 to win of their quota of 10 overs.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to be joined by Saurabh here from Bohemians and national team selector for the Czech national team. So welcome, Saurabh. Take a seat. It's lovely to have you here. I see your uh,
Thanks, Charles. Nice to be here.
good to have you
Almost a
here.
pleasant weather,
It's
I would
it's a
say.
cracking, uh, well, I guess playoff that you've walked into. Uh, were you here for Sudesh's innings?
Yes, I was here. I saw the big hits. I mean, with Sudesh, it's always the big hits, right?
It's always the big hits, and man, he got dropped a few times, and you know, I'm sure you've seen it a few times in making teams pay out there.
Yes, I have seen that. I have dropped him once or twice as well, so I know. I know the payout he does. So I would say yes, but it would be a very engaging run chase, so to say, because it's not the biggest of totals, but it's not the easiest of fish today. So,
That's right, and out on this. Oh,
oh,
lovely! Just
that's
gonna,
lovely.
and he's
That was a great chance to be there, but
and talk me
looking.
through it. You've probably played dozens of games out here, so this field, it's just such a maybe in a T20, 140s defendable. So it seems like 6, 7, 8 and over might be defendable. And they've got Samira here is going to bowl a couple. Maybe Samira and Sudesh might bowl close to half of their overs. So it might be hard to get them away. What do you think?
It would be a difficult total to chase because with the pace going down a bit, and also because the other bowlers that they have, most of them are skid bowlers. And on this pitch, after the rain, I would say they get more effective than yesterday because low bounce coming into you, it gets a little difficult. And we all know what Samira does when he gets on his song. So,
That's right. It
oh,
was
that's a
such
good
a
shot. That's a good shot.
really good shot with. It's, again, not full value for money out there. The batsman's carved it out, looking for a third, carved it out to the point reach. It's a beautiful shot, but it's got to run up the hill there slightly. So they only get two. And Surendra, he looks like a good-looking batsman here.
He's not giving too many chances, playing by the ball, and it looks good. And
And
overcast conditions, perfect for a good swing bowler, I guess. Charles, you might want to reckon you want to bowl.
oh, I'd love to have a little bowl out
Oh,
there,
that's
trundle in a few mediums.
the white ball. Tough call, but a good one.
And the big question around the game, Sorab, is that you're not playing for the Bohemians. What's happened there? Are you just
Well,
sitting this one out?
I had to trade my family for the Bohemians family,
Uh
so
huh.
I reckon a good day out with the family was a long time due. So, and they have a oh my goodness, that's a cracking shot. That's a great four, beautifully done. Full length under the bat and treated with a good shot.
Surendra Prasad just heaving that down wide of mid on, and what started as a pretty good over for Samira finished with a boundary. So 12 off it. So, but we do know as the field spreads, it will be harder to score. And what do you make of Samira's first over? Saw what I noticed, he's been working hard at his job, so he's looking fitter and a bit leaner. He had a really good finals day, both semi and final day. So he looks good and looks ready for national team duties.
He does, and also he has shortened his run up for the extra pace. That extra yard for him is a great addition to him, would be an addition, I would say. And once the field spreads, the boundaries tend to dry up, as in the first inning as well. But let's see. Ended the over with a four, so that's a positive note for the Warsaw Lions. And let's see what the new bowler brings in with him. Rohit is going to bowl the second over.
And there's a couple of juicy topics also of discussion around the ground. Ritik Tomar in Bohemians colours. Now,
Oh
wow,
my God, that's a massive six. Massive six.
that's a huge shot down on one knee. hoiking that, and it was a good-looking cricket shot. Actually, he stayed still, and Naeem Layla belting that for six. So he's dealing Lala, and he's dealing in boundaries at the moment. 1, 6, and a 4, and it moves on to 10. So they're not going to wait around here, Sorab. They're just going to go for it. It looks like.
Yeah, Lala giving his team a Lala moment, to be honest. And it's a pretty good looking shot. Waited for the ball to come to his zone and just hoiked it to the biggest of boundaries, to be honest. And that's a great shot. Coming to Ritik donning the Bohemians colors. Well, what looks good on you looks good on you, man. Oh, what a
Oh,
difficult drop. Oh my God, that was a beauty to be taken.
he cut
My
that
God.
really hard and lovely looking shot. The player just had to move a couple of steps to his right. It looks like he got two hands on it nearly, but
Yeah,
juggled it and then dropped. Wow! So it's a matches of being dropped.
it's a great shot. Oh, that's a loose delivery and put away. That deserved a four. That was
Yeah, that
if
was he pulled that Sorab away, and that would the bowler would be kicking the ground at the moment, dropped and then pulled away for four. So that's a big let off. Um,
now the batsmen are making the most of the chances giving to them, and now the bowlers and the team is under pressure. To be honest, this is going faster than they would.
I love this. When teams are fearless, Sorab, there's a lowish total, and look at the way they're playing. They're
Oh,
just going after it,
that's. Oh, they stick with the single for now.
and
But
it's
good looking shots all around, Charles.
yeah, it's a good sign. It's a sign of a good team, a team that'll go out and play fearlessly, particularly in the power plays. They want to go over the top, take advantage of the two fielders out only.
And that's the right thing to do because in between you will have 1 or 2 overs where you won't be able to score as such. Oh, a dot ball finally of the over. That's a rare sight to be honest in this six balls. Good one, good ball, good, well done, well thought of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you reckon with the Sudesh hamstring will he bowl his quota?
Sorry.
Do you reckon with the Sudesh hamstring in will he be able to bowl his 2 overs? Because yesterday he took his time to not complete his over and
Yeah,
take the break.
he looked okay. He didn't mention it too much after play yesterday. It's an injury that niggles him and has been niggling him. But look, he's coming back in. It looks like he's going to finish. Um,
Samir is going to finish
yeah,
and 2 dot balls. Not the best of the overs, but a good stop to the end of the over. And I would say it's 24 after two. It's a good total for now for
yeah.
the for the total they are chasing.
And talk us about some of the battles you've had with PCC Club over the years. You would have had some nice finals or played them a few times in the league. Can you recall any classic moments? Because as far as I remember, Bohemians have had a good record over PCC in a couple of tournaments. Have you been a part of some of these victories previously or witnessed any big wins for
Uh,
Bohemians over the PCC club?
a weak appeal, but yeah, a dot ball more importantly. Yes, on that, Charles. I have been last year in the 40 overs. That was one of the big wins we had against PCC. They were going pretty good. KU had a 50 on, and they were, I know, our cameraman Smith was there, I remember, and so was Ali Hassan and other guys, and it was pretty much one-sided half of the innings,
Uh huh.
and all of a sudden a few wickets, and it was a different game altogether because the confidence that these players bring in with them, and once you go through the lineup a little by little, that's all you can do. And it was a good win for us. It was a very cherished win, to be very honest. They did
Hmm.
win the 40 overs, but a win over them was a very big confidence boost that we got. And with that confidence, we continued to play the other tournaments as well. The idea is to work around the, oh, will it be? No.
So they're still chipping away at this score here. They're going to move on to 24 and
They move on to 26, sorry to say.
26,
Uh,
and but it's just slowed down a touch. We'll see if Samira can get away with no boundaries in this over and pull it back. But they're still scoring at 10 and over.
Oh, that's a good looking shot. That's a good looking shot. Not the not the kind of boundary, but it's a good shot.
Yeah, Samira won't be happy there. He's still got a smile on his face as usual, but he's just moved across, stuck his pad down the wicket, and used his wrist to flick that down to fine leg, a sort of,
And with Samira's pace, it becomes a easy flick for him if he just connected well.
yeah, yeah, that's right. And how's things in the Bohemians camp? Are they feeling pretty confident today? I've noticed for such a strong side, they looked great yesterday. I would love to see a Bohemians United game. I would love to see a Bohemians Dresden Riders game, and yeah, it would be really great.
That's a
And
very good shot.
thanks for joining us, Saurabh there from the Bohemians. And I'm now joined by one of the forefathers, Manish. How are you?
Very good. Thank you, Charles. It's
Yes,
been a pleasure to come back to this beautiful ground, and I think we're all very lucky. The rain has stopped, the game has resumed, and it's a really nice afternoon. A lot of excitement and exciting people, and of course, I'm very happy to be here and to be back to see the spirit of this game.
wonderful, Manish. And talk me through the early days of PCC when you arrived to Prague and how you got involved with the club and the whole idea of getting the club underway and the people that you met. Where do you begin to tell you the story?
Well, it's a very interesting story. I was looking for an apartment, and Scott Page used to be a real estate agent, and he helped me to find my apartment, the first apartment in Czech Republic. And when he told me about cricket, I was super excited and thrilled. I felt like I have found my way. I'm really happy to be in Czech Republic because I see that there is a potential to play cricket. And I started to play in early 1999, and I knew about cricket in '98 when the season was getting over. So it's all thanks to Scott Page. There are a lot of stories to say, and I'm really excited to share with everyone.
That's great. I mean, late 90s, Prague, you meet Scott Page, a real estate agent at the time. I can just, I can only begin to dream about what that would have been like. And and late 90s and just Prague and, you know, what it was like then and meeting a guy like that. And was he already playing cricket to a degree or did it all sort of start from there?
Actually, they started in 1997, and there was a first Sixes tournament, and I definitely didn't see that. I only heard a lot of nice stories. And in 1998, I saw there was again the international tournament. The Warsaw team was there, and my colleague used to be because I was working for one company, so my colleague came and play, and it was really nice to see. When I joined, sometimes it was really exciting. We will meet for social drinks on Friday, and the team from England would come. So we will play the very exciting game of cricket on Saturday. Then the party hard, welcome the teams, and be with them all the time. And then Sunday used to be a social game, and the energy was enormous. I could never believe that we could still be able to do 40 over 2 games and be energetic and party all night. Uh, it was a lovely experience, I must say.
It's nearly a signature of cricket around the world. You know, it's a brotherhood. And you know, this kind of thing. Like even last night, we were here till late. You know, the curry was cooking, the beers were flowing, the music was going. It's still going strong. And you know, I'm only here playing cricket a couple of years in Prague, but I can see the brotherhood, the mix with the family. It's really it's like something very special, this club, and you would have seen it just grow over the years, I imagine. And now with three divisions in Czech cricket, did you ever think it would grow to three divisions with T10, T20, you know, a 40 over league, ECN, all these things going on? It's just, you know, what does it look like from you watching the whole thing unfold?
I mean, this is a super satisfaction. I mean, I wish I could be 10 years younger. That's my only wish when I see and the excitement when I watch the pictures and read the news on the WhatsApp group we have. So I'll tell you, like when we came to Czech Republic, sometimes it was really difficult to gather 11 people on the bridge because we never had proper facilities. We
Mhm.
were playing in Vipik, and Vipik was just a common public park where
Just 1 second, Manish. Our own very own Sudesh has taken a lovely catch down there at wide mid off. He's run around and taken a key wicket there. And Surendra Prasad departs the danger man. He 26 off 14, and Sudesh, who has dropped himself 3 or 4 times, runs round and takes the catch. And you would have seen Sudesh grow over the years as well. I imagine, you know, he would have come in. I reckon a young man, and to see him not only play for a couple of different clubs maybe, but you know, come back to PCC and then move on to the Czech national team. Have you noticed him grow as a player over the years, and all of his challenges he's faced and runs he's got? You know, does anything stick out in your mind, an innings or something that you've seen over the years with Sudesh?
I mean, when I played a couple of games with Sudesh, he was absolutely a danger man. I mean, he was, and probably he is still one of the best players in the country. And his energy is enormous. I see that the spirit is very high, and he's really inspiration for everybody. When you are still going older and you perform, I mean, this is for youngsters especially a very good thing to see, and even people like me, you know, he really makes us believe that there is age is not the factor. It's just you want to keep your spirit high, and you can be on the ground still perform. So it's very good. I'm really happy.
Oh, and speaking of the devil, he nearly gets a wicket first ball. Look at him, hands on head. He trots in, bowls a lovely ball that gets just the shoulder of the bat. And if the wicket keeper had been a little bit more agile, he might have taken that catch. But that's fantastic, Yemenish. You would have seen all these players grow over the years. And like you say, it would be lovely to be 10 years younger to sort of you know, try to compete with them. And tell us about your career. Did you bowl a bit? Did you bat a bit? What was your setup for the Prague Cricket Club?
So I just want to tell you one very interesting story. So my first game, we were playing friendlies. It was like a test game. Everybody should get the ball and bat. And for the first ball I ever faced was of Scott Page, and the first ball I played him. It was smacked for 4 runs, and I was just because Scott was a very funny man. I was just laughing and smiling. And next ball he bowled me out. So that was my start of my career, and I still remember. It's like a flashback. I just close my eyes and it's so real. So yes, thanks. I will be always thankful to Scott Page, and wherever he is, I think he's definitely a pure legend, and he's done so much for cricket, and of course for me as well. A very helping person. Coming back to your question, Charles, I definitely see. You were asking me if I would ever imagine the cricket will be grown so much. Well, when we came, we were traveling a lot. We were going to Austria, we were going to Slovenia, Munich, Berlin. We went even to Italy to play, and that was definitely a motivation because traveling alone was never part of my plan. I always was a team person. I like my friends, and cricket became definitely a family. And that really made me hold in Czech Republic because I had no other option, and there were hardly any Indians that time.
Hmm.
So due to this, when we were going to Austria, they were having like 10 teams or something. There were lots of Asians, a lot of Brits playing, And I was never believing that this could be a scenario in Czech Republic, and we will have two beautiful ground, and we would be able to play this kind of league. So it's just absolutely a dream, and I can see in front of my eyes. So nothing more I can say. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and tell me more about Scott. I mean, I didn't have the pleasure, unfortunately, to meet Scott, but talk to me. You know, we now have the main field named after him. I've heard so much about his legend. Everyone talks so fondly of him. And can you share any, you know, from the moment you met him as a real estate agent showing you around Prague? Can you share any insight or any stories or anything into sort of the man he was? You know, I hear he worked so tirelessly for Czech cricket. He could do so many different things. Tell me any bits and pieces that you can recall.
And I can see people when they moved from one country to other country, it's basically for they migrate. So it's so definitely looking for a better livelihood, probably more money, a successful career. But he was definitely not into. He would just only work as much he would need to live his livelihood. He was not really looking for. His mind was clear. He never wanted to be a millionaire or he never wanted to have a big house. Of course, he wanted to have a family,
Mhm.
and he definitely, if he would be alive, I think he would be definitely one of the most fittest player corresponding to his age. I mean, he had definitely capacity to hit the stumps from the boundary. So
Mhm.
this is something which I always admire. He would really enjoy his food whenever we were going out for a meal. He would just eat slowly and talk to people. He was really fond of kids. He has done a lot to teach kids. Even this Česko Moravska Cricket Vistra CM case was not formed. He was still trying to do bits and pieces for kids. He would go to some schools in Moravia and still teach the kids with his quick cricket gear with like a plastic bat and stumps. And that is something which I saw not many people doing it. So this was really good.
Yeah, I'm so you know, as I said, everywhere I go, I just hear these, you know, wonderful stories, you know, and you know, particularly for the cricket, you know, I hear that he represented the Czech Republic. You know, he was a good all-round cricketer. Some of the guys I think tell me he hit 100 against them in the 40 over league against Prague. You know, he helped build or was the founding sort of father behind Velvara. It just seems like this epic amount of work he did, and it's really legendary stuff. So it's really nice to hear, you know, a magical story of how you met him and everything going back to the early days. And I think I could only say that his work's passed on to all the clubs now, and his family must be very proud.
Oh, definitely. I mean, apart from Scott, I definitely don't want to miss other names as well. Tony Brennan definitely was one of the founders of the cricket in Czech Republic.
Uh-huh.
Um, John Locke, Colin Grover, John Cornes, David Talatsko, Nick Watkins, Leo Lawrence, Paul Myers, Prakash, Javed, Roy, myself. I mean,
Uh-huh.
there are a lot of names there, and we really started the six-a-side tournaments. It was probably one of the best times when all the
Uh-huh.
families could be together. And when we were moving out of Vipik, it was definitely very
Hmm.
disappointing to see if we would be ever able to make it. And I'm so proud of the boys and all of you. You've done such a hard work. It's so visible. And it's such a proud feeling that the things are back in a better and bigger way. So
Uh-huh.
congratulations to all my PCC friends and brothers. Very well done.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you here for the day, and tell me, when you saw a young Prakash walk into your life, did he have hair?
Oh yeah, definitely. He had less belly and more hair.
I hear I've seen him bat a few times, and but the way he plays, you know, there's such talent. You know, Sudhir, you know, Prakash, these guys, there really seems to be still raw talent and a gift of cricket amongst a lot of the players, which is so nice to see. You know, and coming down through to Aaron and these other guys, they're just it's really in the blood, cricket, and the technical abilities. It's all the way through the club. Oh
Ye-
wow, what's here? Aaron says not out. That
No,
was a little
not
missed
out.
stumping chance. That was actually well flighted there, leg spinner. Um,
Very good ball and good keeping.
oh, that's Murali. Yeah, okay. Murali, he looks like a golfer out there. He looks great. Murali, that's Murali from the Barbars. He's in our Czech Eagles development squad. He's a lovely leg spinner, and he actually had a really good year this year. He's up sort of in the leading wicket takers, and if you watch him, Manish, he's got a lovely approach to the crease, and he's got good variations. He's very balanced, and
Oh,
he
very nice delivery. Yes,
he
unfortunately, it's white ball.
unfortunately, commentators curse he's bowled a wide, but he bowls a good length stump line, and he can turn it. But yeah, so much talent right across. We've got the Czech Eagles and obviously the Lions. But the Eagles are well and truly underway with Danny and Rohit looking after them, which is fantastic. And myself and Alex looking after the Czech national team. And did you ever play Czech national cricket?
Yes, I did actually. I played twice. Once we went to Corfu, was a wonderful tournament, and then when we went to Wales, and I mean, this was one of the best tours I remember. It was fantastic, and I really liked it. Even though we didn't have so much talent as today, there was definitely less competition. There was more possibility of selection, and I would consider myself as one of the lucky guys, being able to play for a Czech national team. It was not very difficult to get selected, even though I would say very humbly that I was just mere a bowler and a part-time slogger. So being very lucky to be able to play. I think seeing the scenario, even the good ones probably will not get a chance today because we have such a wonderful talent around.
Imagine that coming to the Czech Republic and then end up playing. Oh, it's landed right in front of us. Um, and then playing international cricket. And the man that's just sat down with us, Roy. Did you play a few games with Roy in your time
Oh,
and hit a few bars late into the evening with this man here, Rowdy
Ab-
Roy?
Absolutely. With Roy, it was always, we played together a lot of times, but I remember the Michael Jackson moves in a lot of clubs. It was really wonderful. I still see Roy is the only person getting younger, and it was definitely great times. It's always like fantastic to be playing with Roy and dancing in the evening, and his beer belly is well maintained and his capacity has not reduced. So yeah, all positive with Roy.
I can imagine a Sudhir, Prakash, Rowdy, Manish, uh, squad entering a bar plus others. I can imagine. And who do you think was the biggest joker in coming through? Was it a Rowdy? Was it a Prakash? Sudhir maybe?
The in the old times used to be Russ Sumter, Talib Ujjanwala, and well, everybody made fun of me because I'm the only probably player in the whole cricket history breaking the nose twice.
Oh,
so, so everybody used to make fun, and yeah, I mean that was a good time. At least I could make people laugh with my stories, and people could really pull my legs, and why not? I mean,
yeah. And what was it? Was it a top edge into the nose? What was it,
Um,
batting or something?
so
Or
we went to Lodi in Italy. It was in probably in 1999 or 2000, I can't recall. And we had six-a-side tournament there. And first day was fantastic. Second day, batting and though never used to. I was not used to have helmet, and it was a slow kind of full toss, top edge came to my nose, and I was thinking, well, maybe in 1 hour I'll come back. But I end up staying in Italy for 1 week, and my boss was not aware of because I came to Italy without telling him because it was a weekend trip. And yeah, that was a wonderful times. And I made friends in Italy, and I could learn how to face the situation and not to
uh-huh.
lie to my boss. And since then, I became the uh, person everybody is really laughing at me, and oh, this is the guy who broke his nose in Lodi. And exactly the same incident happened. It was 5:30 in the evening, everybody was tired. There used to be a guy we used to call him Johnny No Fingers. He had no fingers and he was batting. It was like 5:30 in the evening. We were all tired. I was second slip. Russ Sumter was keeping. Talib Janwala was on the first slip, and I was keeping my hands on my legs, just thinking, "Come on, this is the last over. Let's go home." And he just nicked the ball and came again to my nose.
No.
And again, I end up in the hospital. And this time, of course, it was quick one. And my nose was located in Lodi and dislocated in Prague again. And I think it's still dislocated. So again, then I became the victim of jokes.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny No Fingers got the better of you that day. No.
Yeah, I used to have better, but now I still snore. So,
Oh, wow.
but I,
So, yeah, here we are at a little critical moment of the match. It look 9 off 19. They've done so well, and the game's ending quickly here, Manish. It's now off only 3 required. And tell me, Manish, are you here for the day? Are you going to enjoy some hot food and maybe an ice cream with the family? What's the plans for the afternoon?
oh, my whole family is here, and this is my first time. My both daughters are here, and there'll be some gift for kids, which yeah, we have it. So I'm sure the kids will love it, and I would, if there was a better weather, I would see more families and more socializing. But it's very unfortunate with the weather.
It,
But
it
still, I'm
is.
happy. At least we can proceed with the game, and hopefully the results will come.
That's right, and it's so great to have you here. Only a few runs required now, and he's just dealing 6, and that's, I believe, the game. And Manish, I'm going to come and join you while we wait for the semi-finals. It's the Prague Cricket Club T10 Challenger Cup Family Day today, so it's so great to have you and the family. We'll go and enjoy some lunch. We've had the weather give us a break. The cricket's on for the afternoon. There's family here. I know umpire Joe is here with his family. So the kids are running around, and we'll rejoin play, I think, in about 30 minutes for the next match, I believe. Um, Maybe even sooner, but we've got 2 semi-finals to play. And Manish, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you very much,
us.
Charles. It was really a pleasure talking to you and sharing my wonderful experience of my career. So I'll talk to you very soon.
Yeah,
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
beautiful. Thank you, Manish. And yeah, guys, we'll move on to the semi-finals. We'll get an updated team. I'll check with Roy. Actually, might know. But we'll get back to you with some updated